On first listen, What Was I Made For seems like a relatively simple track, but when I started breaking it down, I realised how complex it actually is. Billie takes some influence from classical orchestration, and she even takes note of her Irish heritage by putting some Celtic sounds in as well. So I'm going to break all of this down for you in 1 hour. And at the end, you can download the final Logic Pro project and stems for free down below. Stopwatch, 3, 2, 1, go! Start by creating a software instrument. Let's change our synth to Alchemy, bass, sub, analog, subsonic. We can make that work and change our BPM to 78. And our bass goes C, E, F, 3, 4. Command A to select those notes. Q to quantize. Shift, backslash, so all the notes are legato. Command or to duplicate that MIDI across. And on the last time the chord pattern happens, change that C to A. Option apostrophe to put in some markers, and option C to give them some colors. And the chorus goes D, 2, 3, then G, 3, 4, back to C, E, F, 2, 3, 4. We can also function, MIDI transform, fix the velocity of all these notes. Select and operate. We don't want huge fluctuations of volume in our bass. Grab the first 2 rounds of bass, option, click and drag it across so it duplicates, and then 1 more at the end that only happens once, so we can shorten that. And call that our outro. 53 minutes and 5 seconds left. That's a pretty good start. Let's keep that up. Create a new software instrument. Change the instrument to Spitfire Audio's Labs. I'm pretty sure this one is the Labs soft piano. It sounds so similar. And you can turn up the room sound effects. Makes it sound quite real. And maybe a tiny bit of the reverb as well. And our piano goes C, E, F7. Well, it's more like a C, C/E, F7. It happens a 3rd time. C, right, right, left, we'll hold. And then we're up to A minor, E, F7. And then in the chorus, we've got a D, hold, right, left, then G. And then back to the start, but with a G at top. So same chords before with an extra G on top. So C, E, F9. And again. F9. C, E, F9. A, E, F9. And you can see the sustain pedal happening there at the bottom as well. You can automate it in by selecting sustain down here, or you can use the sustain pedal for your keyboard. Command D, and the ending is B, C, E, G, C, B, E, G7. For the piano turn on bus 3, let's change the reverb, the chroma verb. Let's go for chambers, orchestra chamber. X to open up the mixer, and make sure that's the same on both pianos. Option C, pianos can be blue and the bass can be brown. 44 minutes, 24 seconds left. That's a lot of time gone. Let's jump straight into the orchestral sounds. Create a new software instrument. Search string ensemble, and our strings go even a E and a G. A, add on B, C, D, E, B, A, D, E, B, A. That's the verse. Grab this melody option, click and drag it up, bring that one down the octave. D, B, A. Open the sampler. Let's make the attack a little bit faster for these strings. Yeah. The reverb is definitely helping a ton there as well. And strings in the chorus we have D, F, F, and then add a D in. And then we've got E, G octaves. B, A, G, A. And repeat that again. Whew. That was a lot of work. Make sure to keep these strings at relatively low velocities and make sure there's lots of reverb. Really helps them sound a lot more realistic. We could throw on imaging, stereo spread, just for a bit more thickness. That works. I'm pretty happy with that. 32 minutes and 12 seconds left. Let's keep pushing through this. Create a new software instrument. Search cello. What's the first one? Give it the buzz reverb. Crank that up. And at the end of the chorus, we have a G, A. 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 1 And the same again, but E, B, A. And then C, E, F to copy the bass. At a low volume, should sit underneath the strings, just kind of like adding to them. 27 minutes, 39 seconds. I really have to start speeding up this process. Create a new software instrument, search voices. Let's give aquatic voices a go. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. And at the start, I think we hold E and G. So it's like a foundation on the strings. And that holds for the full verse. And in the chorus, it's D and F. It's kind of up the next octave. And then up to E and G. And then an A. E and G. A on top. And the same again. Shift, backslash, or forward slash, keep. We need those G's elongated the whole way. And like the strings, keep those at a low volume. Give them some of the bus 3, a good amount of it. And we can EQ out a good amount of the lows. There's lots of whaley noises we don't want. Beautiful. 23 minutes, 25 seconds. Let's try and keep that pace up. Create a new software instrument. Search for trumpet, orchestra, trumpet section. Sounds pretty cool. And the trumpet starts on a D. Keep it low volume, low velocity. E, 2, 3. Back, down to D. Down to C. We'll lower the velocities later. D. And E one more time. F, E. And in the chorus, F, G, C. We'll make it sound nicer later. Hold the C. Functions, MIDI transform, fix the velocity again, but we can bring that way down. Nice gentle trumpets. We can make the trumpet section sound nicer if we command D, search brass, ensemble legato, and option click and drag down those notes. And command D, so one more track. Let's try trumpets, pop trumpets. Those pop trumpets have way too much high end, so we can just cut all of that out to make it a little bit more gentle. An option click and drag those down. They don't sound great on their own, but together they can make sense. So shift click to the top track, shift command G, so we have a trumpet group. And we can throw our bus reverb on that. Sit it in the same room. Ah, the part of sub bass, so important. Beautiful. We're really getting there now. 15 minutes, 49 seconds. Okay, let's keep going. Create a new software instrument. My favorite instrument, the harp. Let's go for Celtic harp. Has to be. And in the last 2 bars of the verse, G, A, C, E, G, A, C, D, E. Oh, hard to say and play at the same time. Command A and Q to quantize those notes. And you can lower those velocities. They definitely don't need to be so loud. All the reverb. Yeah, ooh, that is beautiful. I'm gonna have to set myself a challenge to get a harp in one of my own songs. Sounds so good. 12 minutes, 36 seconds. Okay, we're nearly there. Let's keep this up. Great. New software instrument. Change our synth to Ultrabeat drum machine. Go to drum banks, kick bank. I feel like that gritty kick might work. Click on our EQ and let's low pass it a good bit so it's just a chesty kick. Not too bad. And in this case, option click and drag across the chroma verb onto the track. Ooh, it's a bit risky, but let's see if we can make it work. Full dry and down with the wet. Yeah, that's nice. 26%. The margin's coming in. So from the verse we have kick, 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 kick. Q to quantize those functions, MIDI transform. Let's fix those velocities as well. Command or that across. But in the second half of the chorus, these ones stay on the downbeats only of each bar. Lengthen that decay a little bit. Huge. That really does sound lovely. 7 minutes and 23 seconds left. On to our favorite thing. Great. Audio track for some vocals. Taking a drive. I was an ideal. Look so alive. Turns out ooh, that is tough to sing. Double click, flex pitch, turn on flex, change from slicing to flex pitch, scroll to the notes. We can command A to select all the notes, and we can pitch correct as much as we want. We can change the vibrato, and we can also scale quantize the key of C major if we want. The more you do, the more robotic it sounds. Command D, Vox double B. All right, we're getting into it now. Flex pitch that a tiny bit. Okay, last 3 minutes. Come on, D, harmony. Hey. Close. Tune it a tiny bit. And the chorus. Not sure if it's right, but it sounds lovely. Come on, D, harmony, B. Ooh, a little bit rough, but it'll have to do because it's time. Boom. Oh, this track is so beautiful. Once again, I think it's a super example of a song that's relatively simple piano and vocal song, but with some interesting orchestral and texture layers. It just goes to a whole new level. How emotional are those lyrics? They're really something else. And a huge shout out to my wonderful patrons over on Patreon. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. All right, will you sing the lead line? Hard to be rude not to. Here we go. Taking a drive, I was an ideal, look so alive, turns out I'm not real, just something you paid for. What was I made for? 'Cause I don't know how to feel, but I wanna try. I don't know how to feel, but someday I might. Someday I might. Hey, let's go. Great work, Billy. Great work.